Forget retro gaming goodness.
No PC should be without it.
Undelete.
Welcome to DOS Days, a nostalgic look back at PC gaming from the mid-80s to mid-90s. This is a companion piece series to Player One Memories, which covers the arcade scene during this same period. For this series, I'll be jumping back and looking at all those great DOS era and early CD-ROM titles that I played and loved so much, as well as the times and places I experienced them. So let's jump on back to 1995 unleashed many things we know and love today, such as the DVD format, which was first officially announced that year. eBay saw its launch onto the World Wide Web and is responsible for at least half my big box PC and Commodore 64 collection. So thank you very much. In other news, the Grateful Dead announced that they were breaking up. The only problem is nobody knew any of them were still alive in the first place. On the TV front, saw the debut of Xena Warrior Princess, one of my favorite TV shows. Man, did Lucy Lawless kill a lot of people in that show. A lot. And me and a friend were inspired to remake the movie Highlander for no apparent reason, and literally made our own funky version filled with head chopping, sword fighting, flashback loaded melodramatics. It's obviously total garbage, but making it was such a blast. And now let's jump on over to today's game, which is Crusader No Remorse. Was released in 1995 on DOS by Origin Systems. This game came out during the glory days of CD-ROM gaming, as it took advantage of every aspect of the media, from CG cutscenes to FMV story sequences.
First, let me say welcome to the Resistance, Captain.
Full CD quality music and audio, and a massive size of the game no doubt maxed out the CD storage capacity. Origin were riding pretty hard during the second wave of their history. The classic RPG and strategy games of the 80s had given way to the equally as cool story-driven cinematic approach of their 90s games, like Wing Commander, Strike Commander, and this series as well. Crusader can best be described as a 2D isometric style action game with an emphasis on mission objectives, freedom of how you tackle a situation, and a strong story element. The game has you as an enhanced super soldier who works for the World Economic Consortium, who keeps order by crushing anyone with a difference of opinion, until you decide to defect over to the Resistance and attempt to bring them down. The basic structure of the game is you get a mission which is told through FMV.
The rest of the job falls to you, Captain. Once Andrews confirms your insertion coordinates, you are to locate and free the prisoners from H-37.
You equip yourself up at the local shop with whatever you think you'll need and then proceed to the level. There are 15 missions in total, with each one is quite massive in nature, with objectives involving blowing up a refinery, rescuing captured rebel soldiers, and many more also with side objectives. You are generally trying to make your way to a location to complete an objective, but how you do that is totally up to you. It's pretty open with how you deal with situations, like just go in guns blazing, kill everybody including civilians, or hack a robot or turret in another room and let it do the dirty work for you. You also have a multitude of cool weapons and gadgets, from C4 explosives, spider drone bombs, shotguns, lasers, and much more. One of the best parts is that the environments are extremely destructible, adding to the chaos, action, and strategy. The game runs off a much enhanced version of the Ultimate Pagan engine, which came out 1 year earlier. After completing a mission, you get to lounge at your rebel base, where you can chat with all the other characters and buy and sell all the loot you lifted off soldiers and civilians you whacked in the previous level, before proceeding to your next mission. Gameplay is really good, and there are actually two ways of playing this game. One with a mouse and one with a keyboard. My advice personally would be to play this game with keyboard, which works quite excellently and is very accurate to use. Using the mouse is a bit of a mess, but some people do like it this way, but I personally think the keyboard is the way to go. The look is quite excellent, with sharp, detailed graphics and high quality FMV sequences with a bit of cheese here and there.
Come, hello.
but honestly that's how I like my FMV anyway. The music is pretty brilliant with its industrial kind of rock beats. Each track is an absolute treat, as are the excellent use of sound effects throughout. The game reviewed really well and it sold 250,000 copies and was one of their most successful games, which obviously led to 1996's sequel, Crusader No Remorse, and ports to the Sega Saturn and PlayStation for the original in 1997. Overall, this is a pretty unique game in style and atmosphere, and a real testament to that PC games were just as capable of making those grandiose action games like the consoles of the time, while still keeping all the depth and detail PC gamers had come to love.
Game over.
And thanks for joining me, Bastish B at 64K. If you can like and subscribe, that would be greatly appreciated, and I'll see you next time. Cheers.